So apparently Donald Trump had members of the press over at Mar-a-Lago, his estate in Palm Beach, and they were quite chummy. Now, this might come as news to a lot of people who think that the press and Donald Trump have a very hostile relationship. Part of that is because Donald Trump goes around, especially at his rallies, pointing to the press and saying they're liars and they're misrepresenting us and they're the enemy and they're all these different things. Sometimes he'll pull out a single individual in the press and blame them. Water bottles have been thrown at the press. Terrible chants have been chanted at them, etc., right? When it turns out, no. When there are no cameras, they get along handsomely. So we now have a couple pictures of that gathering. If you've never seen the inside of Mar-a-Lago, and I have not, I've got to be honest, not a lot of invites from Trump for me to visit his estate. It shows you how incredibly tacky he is, among other things. This guy apparently thinks he's Louis XVI. So what is that? Okay, he apparently is a French ruler of some sorts with that decor. Anyway, you know how pompous he is. So that is him addressing the reporters, and apparently Mike Allen was allowed to take these pictures. Everything else was off the record. And now there's one more picture of them all together. Everybody's smiling, having a good time. Donald Trump is giving a big thumbs up. Here are the members of the press that are chummy with me. Even though I've been saying that I'm against them, here we are all together having a grand time inside Versailles or whatever that is. Okay, so some of the list of reporters who met with Trump: Jeremy Diamond, of CNN. I'm sure they're going to hold his feet to the fire. Mike Allen, who used to be with Politico, is now with Axios. Terrence Dopp from Bloomberg News, Brian Kilmeade of Fox News, who looked a little surprised in that picture, but he always looks a little surprised. Ali Vitali of MSNBC and NBC News. Wow, I thought they were definitely hostile, according to Trump. Turns out, no. Oh, right, Trump does have a contract with NBC. Anyway, Hallie Jackson, also of MSNBC and NBC News, that is among the names of people that were there. There's a lot of outrage tweets. Silpa Cavalli says, LOL. In all seriousness, though, this is terribly embarrassing for you, and everyone in this photo should be ashamed. Happy holidays. Now, when I saw the headline that is terribly embarrassing, I was trying to figure out for who. So, yes, terribly embarrassing for the reporters who are supposed to hold them accountable, but are there trying to get access. But I would argue even more embarrassing for Donald Trump. So, are you for real, or are you an actor? Or are you just playing politics like it's a reality show? And all that conflict is just for the ratings and for entertainment value and for the votes. But in reality, there's no conflict at all. You're inviting them over to your estate and having a grand old time. Big thumbs up. So if you're a person who wants the press to hold Trump accountable, you should be mad. And by the way, there are critics who say, oh no, look, Obama had off-the-record meetings with journalists, true enough. John Podesta invited over a bunch of reporters for dinner, and that was off the record. Chief strategist for Hillary Clinton had him over for hors d'oeuvres, eau de declare, and cocktails, the literal cocktail circuit that we talk about. And so they say, oh, you weren't upset about that. Wrong again, Bob. I was upset about that. I don't think that's the right way to do journalism. I know. Oh, I need access, I need access. No, you don't. So in order to get that information from Hillary Clinton's team or Donald Trump's team or from the government, you are so chummy with them that you don't actually challenge them, then your information is useless. You're a stenographer. Now, they will tell you, no, but we actually do challenge them. I'm waiting for that report. Haven't seen it yet. I would say even more so for Hillary Clinton than Donald Trump. Yes, you've seen Donald Trump from time to time when he says outrageous things that are nowhere near true. The press will say, actually, there are no evidence of millions of people who illegally voted for Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton, yeah, they challenged her on the emails. But did they ever challenge her premises? They never challenged the premises because they agree with the premises. The establishment is always right. The status quo is wonderful. Let's not change a damn thing. All right. So I'll just give you a couple more tweets here and then come back to a conclusion. Michael Calderon of Huffington Post tweets, over the past week, Trump's mocked the press on, quote, thank you tour and canceled first news conference since July. Here's how reporters respond. His point being, hey, if he's going to attack you like that in the press, then maybe you shouldn't go over and kiss his ring. That's a fair point. But, and then others have made the point, including conservative commentators. Alex Griswold made an interesting point at Mediaite, saying, well, Trump challenges the rights of many people, including minorities. He argues, since he's conservative, gun owners are often have their rights questioned. Again, whether it's by Trump or otherwise, that's a conservative point of view. Muslim Americans have their rights challenged, and the press is at best neutral to any of that. When their rights are challenged, all of a sudden the press is supposed to go, no, that's it. Oh my God, it's an outrage. It's about me. And that does happen often. But here, even so, they bend a knee because they're not watchdogs. They've been lapdogs of the establishment for so long because really what they do is suck up the power and call it access, gaining important access to sources. No, see, I remember one time a politician's staff threatened us saying, well, then he won't come on the Young Turks anymore. Great, mission accomplished. What do I need boring politicians on for? What do I need access to them for to give me their standard news that they want leaked? That is from their agenda and not necessarily true at all. Why is that interesting to me? Ooh, I've lost access to greasy politicians. Wow, how will I survive? And then one more. If you notice in the picture, I mean, it's just one picture taken quickly and not photoshopped or anything like that. So some of them have red eyes, and somebody noted that on Twitter, and then this response came. That's their souls leaving their bodies. That stench is what's left of their integrity. Okay, so fair enough, and like I said, I'm criticizing the press for doing this. If Donald Trump invites us to schmooze us at his estates, a very unlikely scenario, I grant you, we will not be accepting that offer. And by the way, the reason it's an unlikely scenario is because he knows we're not going to kowtow to him. And he knows that those reporters have some good chance that they will kowtow to him. But to me, actually the press is a little bit less culpable than Donald Trump in this case. If you're the person who should be most pissed is the Trump voter who actually thought that he meant any of that stuff. For him, it's all a stage. And he's an actor, and all he's doing is playing you. And it was fairly easy to play you. See, he's not going to lock up Hillary Clinton. He's not going to be against the bankers. He just filled his cabinet chock full of bankers. By the way, later you'll find out he's not even against the trade agreements. And he's not actually against the press. When there are no cameras rolling, thumbs up, loves the press. Because they're all part of the same play. And that's the lie that I can't stand. We need independent media to make sure that we hold corporate media accountable. The people that can make that happen is you. You make the Young Turks possible. tytnetwork.com/join. Join us. Be the revolution.